Very interesting, even with the COVID impact. We've seen the industry, so the shops, there's not enough shops around. The growth of work and the requirement and the lead times is just absolutely blowing out. So it's putting a lot of pressure on the industries and the repairers and also the insurers to keep the customers happy and keep that process going through. There's a bit of a challenging time at the moment, coupled with the lack of skilled repairers and skill shortage and the inability 457 visas to come in. It's really put a lot of pressure on the industry. I think the industry itself hasn't helped from a brand image and an appeal for the younger people as a career choice. I think, and with the emergence of technologies and different options available for the youth to follow as a career option, the mechanical trades and those sort of things sort of have died off a little bit. So you don't see a huge amount of young blood coming through the industry. The other thing that we see is, the pressure, the cost pressure from an insurer and a cost of repair, and the increase of the cost of materials and labour and all that sort of stuff puts a lot of pressure with the repairers in the middle, and it's just not a good environment for people to stick around. People then look for more appealing industries to work in and more appealing jobs to do.
So what do?
We change. We adapt, we modify, we rebrand the industry, we promote the industry as a viable option and an attractive career choice and with plenty of opportunity, but we also create transparency within the industry as well, because I think the situation is born out of mistrust from the insurers and the repairers and things that have happened in the past, the funny time, funny money. We need to have that transparency in terms of what's happening between the insurers and the repairers, so that there is trust, that there is integrity in the whole process, and we can see what the pressure points are within the industry and correct them, instead of just letting them, the industry die. At the moment, there's more shops closing down than shops. There's a certain place for automation in terms of repetition of those sort of things, but it's still a very manual, physical, people-driven industry in terms of the repair. And you're quite right. So the industry itself is not getting future ready. We're still doing stuff the same ways that we've done, for many, many years. We know that the electric vehicles are coming through, but there's no training, there's no national certification. Well, no, not a national one. They apply the OEM certification. So your electrical certificate for Tesla will be different to BMW and Mercedes. Their focus is getting the cars out there, and then they'll fix as they come along. So from a training point of view and certified repairers, there's a massive investment to get people ready in an industry where there's a lot of volatility and not a huge amount of loyalty. So companies don't want to invest so much into a person that could then go and work for someone else with that credentials. It's an issue, and as electric cars become more and more prevalent, and certainly with the change of all the manufacturers to be fully electric by 2030 or 2035, we're just not ready for it, and there's nothing in play at the moment that's going to have us ready for it.